Some journalists are like, I'm a fan. You're like, it's okay that you're not a fan. You know, you can feel that, but I can feel you're a fan. The one weird regret of Teen Wolf I have is when they, like, for a hot second, put us on that storyline
of kiss each other?
Yeah.
Adult Wolf relationship is the
It's in their face first. It's always like,
yeah.
You see them in like in a restaurant or like a convenience store. If I'm in, like, especially if I'm in Europe, they go, and then they usually whisper to their friend and they get on their phones to Google you and then like look at you a certain way.
Yeah.
That's in the wild. That's usually how I find it happening.
Yeah. I don't know. I also feel like they've got really good energy. I'm never afraid. I'm never like put off by any fan. They're always just lovely people, you know. And I feel like most people are fans.
What do you mean by like?
I feel like most people out in the world.
They seem
Everywhere we go.
Yeah.
There's always
usually something happening. Sometimes I won't happen for me for months. And then it'll happen like 7 times on one day.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what is it about that one? And I won't even be wearing makeup. It was just so random.
Yeah.
But, you know, I mean, I think one thing I used to be very shy about is if they were like, I didn't want, or if they're like, are you, I didn't want to be like, yes or no, you know. Now I'm just much better about being like, oh, you like Teen Wolf?
Right.
And I just like say it. And it makes it better for everybody.
Definitely.
And so, yeah, now I'm more just like upfront about it. We'll all approach them and just go, hey, a fan of Teen Wolf, you want to get a picture? And it makes it, yeah. Some journalists are like, I'm a fan. You're like, it's okay that you're not a fan. You know, you can feel that, but I can feel you're a fan.
Lydia is a wild card. Lydia, surfacely, you think that she is probably too cool for you, but then underneath she opens up to somebody who's very, I think, fragile, but also very strong, and probably has her own trauma, but she's very much like willing to walk into the uncomfortableness and expand her soul and fight through all of her trauma and become a better person and an adult. I think she is, you know, obviously very smart, but not for like surface reasons. She has like a strong calling in her that she wants to follow, and also likes how she looks. You know, she's okay with like being superficial, and because, you know, there's something, you want to look good, you know, and
she owned that for sure.
And yeah, Lydia's a very special being, and I think she needs to be protected at all costs.
Aw.
Lydia's special.
Scott felt that way too.
Yeah.
Yeah, Scott and Lydia had like such a cool friendship.
Is, my
like
favorite.
a huge respect.
Yeah.
Very similar to like our real friendship too. The one weird regret of Teen Wolf I have is when they, like, for a hot second, put us on that storyline
of kiss each other?
Yeah, it was
but it made
so
sense.
weird.
It made sense.
I'm trying to think what was going on in that episode. It was a dream sequence.
No, it wasn't. Scott was going through his
evil
werewolf
oh, that's
phase.
right. But
Yeah.
why would Lydia say yes to that? She's being an asshole.
Because I think also Lydia is calculated. And
Yeah, that was a weird
I
move.
think that before she really understood who she was, I think people confuse their purpose for wanting to have power.
Oh, interesting.
So
Yeah.
I think Lydia was still trying to figure herself out.
Yeah. So it was a weird move, but yeah, that happened.
I think she was trying to figure herself out,
Yeah.
and, you know, hormones. We were in high school. She was probably like, all right, why not? I'm down.
I guess so. Literally, that's what she was like.
Yeah.
She's like, okay. As far as like
exactly.
Scott goes, he's like a walking hug. Like, I think very few people can embody what Scott McCall was other than Tyler Posey. Like, it was just a very particular, and Jeff says this too. It's like, he's like, no one else could have played that, all the things I needed in Scott. And I completely agree. Like, it was a vulnerability. It was like such a childlike curiosity, but that was like owning it, trying to own it as a man, like.
But failing.
But it was a very unique combination that Scott brought to the table. And it all seemed very genuine and very believable. And it wasn't forced. It was all just naturally there, and like Styles was so naturally there in like their dynamic. Like, you could feel that so palpably, which was was very cool to watch. Like, outside of their duo, they just were always there for each other.
I love it. Yeah, it really, like you said, it grew to this like utmost like respect for one another. And there's something about growing up with somebody.
I loved that scene in the movie when we
one?
got to come back into the graveyard, and you're like, hey, and I get out of the car, and like you could feel it. It was so cool.
It's very cool, you know.
Yeah.
And there is something that happens when you're friends with somebody for a long time. If you're friends with somebody as a teenager and you grow to adults with each other, you go through this bond that you relate with each other on another level. You know,
You could feel that on screen with that drone pulled out.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And we have that as artists and humans outside of our characters, and so many people can relate to that kind of thing, and it's special. You know, not a lot of people can hang on to a friend for that long.
It's wild.
It is wild, and when it's right, the respect grows more and more from either side.
It's been so cool to see him get married, and just like, it's just so cool. I get so excited.
Yeah, and I get excited for you too, and all of your endeavors, and hearing about your life, and seeing how composed and sweet you've turned into. I mean, you've always been amazing. But
I'm more calm now.
yeah, you're calm, and
Yeah.
but it's just you're very. You love your friends.
Oh, yeah.
And
We do.
You're very supportive, and you know, being able to express that through Scott and Lydia. I think
cool.
obviously Scott and Styles are like, yes, that's end game, whatever. But Scott and Lydia, I think
They were in actual end game of Teen Wolf.
I agree. And I
They
think
were the pillars that like stood through Beacon Hills.
exactly, and I
Yeah.
think that's very special, and it says a lot. I really think that the Scott and Lydia relationship is is like the real sort of steady foundation throughout the entirety of Teen Wolf.
Yeah.
You know? And it's just it's a really cute relationship that they have. Very brother and sister, very much there for one another.
It's like very real.
cool.
Like it's very, but yeah, it's been a weird parallel.
Yeah, big
Yeah.
time, definitely. I was nervous.
You were nervous?
I was like, it's been a while. I don't know.
I
if it's
remember
gonna-
actually.
But then,
Yeah.
as soon as action was said, it was.
And then it all came back.
Yeah.
I thought it was interesting because I was 31 playing 18 at the end, and then I was 35 4 years later playing 35,
Right.
and that was wild. I was like, I get to play my age. What's happening?
Yeah, it's very cool.
And then like getting to be like adult Lydia,
Mm-hmm.
I was like, yeah, this is cool. And then I got to be like in San Francisco at my office.
Oh, I know, it's amazing.
Then like doing circles at the drawing board, you know,
Yeah.
like it was just a weird. I love those dynamics. That was
Yeah,
fun. I liked it.
It's so amazing because like I don't know, growing up you watch Rugrats and then there was
Oh, I loved
all-
Rugrats.
all grown up where they became teenagers, and so the fact that we got to do that, you know, bring our characters to life in an adult way and grow them up more is just so fun and so cool. It's something that I think the fans really want to see. And I want to lean more into that. I want to show them more as adults and just mundane life, things that everybody can relate to.
I love that Derek had a kid, like
Yeah,
a teenage
it's
kid.
So cool. It's amazing.
It was
you know?
so fun.
What a cool experience for us.
And the fact that like it was gonna be Styles, like a Styles-like character. Like of course Derek's gonna have like a Styles-like character.
Yeah, totally.
It was fun.
Yeah. Adult Wolf.
Yeah.
Exactly. I have an idea for that actually, so
Ooh,
I'm trying to make it work.
ooh, that'd be cool.
Yes.
That'd be cool if you all wrote together.
Yeah, yeah,
We gotta get the second movie out there.
yeah.